To my future wife, I know I always say that there isn't a specific day I fell in love with you, but there always has been. It was the first time I met your dad. No, not the time we went to get the floor for my room and he told me to wait in the van while he went and got the biggest bag of popcorn. It was walking in your home for the first time and seeing him standing in the kitchen, watching him sharpening the knives. I fell in love with you because I knew that a girl who has been raised by a king will one day become a queen that is strong and a queen that can respect herself and be proud of who she is. Amen. I'm very proud of everything you do, and I'm so grateful that we have found each other. You make me the happiest man alive. Even though you don't believe it sometimes, I am so excited to marry you and for you to become my queen. The reason for this present is because I mentioned the first time I met your dad. It was the first time I fell in love with you, so here's to the first of everything. I love you, Pebble. See you walking down the aisle. Your Bubs, Chris.
I count my lucky stars every day that I found you, my soulmate. Forever the only man I have ever had, my love. I will never forget that moment I walked into the Fox pub, salsa, with my grey knee-high boots, so nervous. I never thought I was going to meet the love of my life. When you stand up from the corner of the room, I remember staring at you and thinking, hot damn, who's that fine man? And just like that, fate brought us together. You have stood by my side and picked me off the ground when I was at my lowest. You stood by my dad when he needed you the most. You did more than any son-in-law would have ever done. I know with the whole of my heart he would have stood up in his speech and say the words, I am proud to stand here and call you my son. You make your family proud. You make me the most proud. And I cannot wait to proudly show you off as my husband. When I watch you look after your family and mine, it makes me so excited to have our own family and watch you become an amazing dad. I can't wait to start a family with you. But first, let's get married. The beginning of the rest of our lives. Not long left, Bubs. I will see you soon, your very soon-to-be wife. P.S. I am so nervous, but I am so excited.
Feri, my little shadow, always by my side, every step of the way. I can remember the exact time and date when you came into this world. In fact, it was the only drama you've caused me in your life. We shall leave the gory details out, but let's just say by the time your dad and Sev got their act together, I had passed out. We still had to wait for your arrival for another week, as you were too comfortable in my tummy and were too busy having a nap. You were the perfect bonny baby and such a good little girl. Watching you grow up was a delight. You have this hidden strength which you have been blessed with from your father, and you always fight back. He gave you such confidence in life, and he always said you were going to be the level-headed one. He was so proud of you, and I have the fondest memories of you both together. You had the best of him. Your strength and determination in life shone through when you lost him. You were meant to start uni just a few short weeks after, and although you may have found some days extremely difficult, you managed to pull through the hardest years of your life and graduate with flying colours. I am so very proud of you. and everything you've achieved in your life. We've had such lovely holidays together, endless cups of tea in bed, even if you do forget to make me one and it comes an hour later. You've been my least demanding daughter, never asking for much. Sorry, Seth. It's true. Never asking for much, very content. We always know when to give each other time out. We've had the best laughs over silly reality shows like Love Island, which I started off hating but now can't live without. Whatever a parent could want in a daughter, I'm lucky and proud to have it in you. Feri, you've grown up surrounded by so many special people who have loved you and have had such an important influence in your life. You had very special people, like your Feri Hanene, with her unconditional love and endless amounts of food. Your father, with his wise words of wisdom, and our darling Melis, with her beautiful smile and special friendship. When you miss someone's presence, it means you had someone very special in your life. And I know you hold on to all those fond memories of them in your heart. So Feri, I let you go to the next chapter of your life, but feel rest assured, I am behind you all the way. Chris, everything we have lived through, you have been by my side every step of the way. I don't need to welcome you into the family 9 years later, as from the moment we met you, we adored you straight away. Your respect towards my family and myself has not faltered in all the years you've been with us. I am so pleased that you met Ali, and though the first meeting did involve sharpening of knives and stern chats, he adored you like a son, just the way I do. You are a wonderful young man to Feri, and a good son and brother to Andrula and Laura. Andrula, you have done a wonderful job of raising a well-loved and respected young man. And so to you both, I wish you all the happiness in the world, and watch you step into the next chapter of your lives to carry on our family tree, taking with you all the words of advice and love from me and my family. Finally, I would like to thank my family, my brother Organ, my sister Hanife, and their partners Shen, Ach, and their family for their unconditional love and support. I would also like to thank my Ali's dear friends Kayabi, Aktan, and their wives, who are always there for us. And finally, I would like to thank Ali for giving me everything, especially you, Feri.
Feri, my little ha-ha. I remember the day Mum and Dad told me that I was going to have a brother or sister. I'm not sure whether I was overwhelmed with excitement or pissed off that someone was going to steal my limelight. Needless to say, for the 9 months Mum carried you, I forgot you were even there, until the day you were born. Nene turned up at the school gate to pick me up, and I knew there and then my life was over. I had a sister, a beautiful baby sister. Even though I wasn't impressed with the news and it took me a little while to adapt to having someone new in my life, I'd done everything I could to have all the attention, the fake fainting, the meningitis scare, the pretending to be blind. It's a true story. I quickly grew to love you and become your protector, your guidance, your big sis, And yes, for those of you wondering, I am actually 8 whole years older than Feri, although there have been times people have thought it's the other way round. You don't realise how good you are at what you do and how much you mean to us. You put your heart and your soul into everything you do when you're awake. I've enjoyed watching every moment of you growing up. You are the best sister anyone could have ever wished for. My best friend for life. I can't wait to be by your side as you enter the most exciting chapter of your life.
Chris is the type of guy that is always there for you if you ever need him. He's smart, creative, kind and very generous, and on top of all that, an all-round top guy. He's a family man. He has the utmost love and respect for his mum and sister. He's been their rock, and the love he has and shows them is inspiring to see. And I can only hope that one day we can raise our sons to have similar qualities. I've only been in the family a few years, yet in this short amount of time we've gained a brotherhood like no other. Feri, you look absolutely stunning today. I don't think you've given us... You really do not. Thank you. Seriously, you really do not give yourself enough credit at just how beautiful you really are. Chris, you're a very, very lucky man, and I know you will look after her and love her just as much as you love your car, superheroes and PS4, oh, and the Greek goddess as well. I've been a part of this family for about 7.5 years now, and I've seen you both grow as a couple. There will be highs, there will be lows. If you make sure to walk hand in hand and support each other in the good and the bad, you will be sure to have a long and healthy marriage life together. You both are made for each other, and I couldn't have imagined a better man to be with Feri. You're a true gentleman, Chris. It's very rare to find a good, decent person in this world, and it's safe to say that you're one of them. I speak on behalf of everyone here. I speak on behalf of everyone and all the other best men here and my little family to say we adore you, we're thankful for your continuous loving support and friendship, and we wish you both a lifetime of happiness full of love, laughter and joy.
So first off, I just want to say thank you all for coming and sharing this special day with us. My wife and I... We couldn't have wished for a better day to have you all here. A special thank you to our mums. Mum, I have probably never said this to you, but thank you for the way you have brought me up. You have given me the courage to look after a queen, and I will now use that to look after my new queen. I wouldn't be here without you, and I love you so, so much. Fatma, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us both, for welcoming me into your home and letting me stay with you for 9 years. No, well, pretty much. You really are my second mum, so thank you. There is one more thank you that I would like to make, but this person is sadly no longer here with us today. But I'm sure he is watching over us, and that is Feri's father, Ali. Ali was one of the most amazing people I've ever come across. He was a very wise man and took care of all of his family. Although I only had a chance to be with Ali for such a short time, I have heard continuous stories about him, and I know how much he meant to Feri and how much he supported her. I hope that I can be as supportive to Feri as he was. I also want to thank him for trusting me to look after his special little girl. And I made a promise to him that I would. You would have made him very, very proud. So I would like us all to raise our glasses to Ali. So, I finally asked Feri to marry me. I'm sure most of you know by now how we met, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It started almost 10 years ago with my cousin Jamie forcing me away from my PlayStation to go salsa dancing classes. Now, I had never been dancing before, I was no good at it, nor had I any intention of ever being good at it. But one day, after a few months of lessons, a new girl had joined the class. I could never remember her name though. However many times I asked, she just kept saying, "It's like the boat." Anyway, I became very interested in these salsa lessons and I thought I should stick at it. I had been doing a fair few lessons and by this point I thought I was pretty good. So I started getting a little too ahead of myself and showing all the newcomers how you do things. Until this one girl put me in my place. We were halfway through a lesson and it was her turn to dance with me. After a couple of steps, I said to her, "You're doing it all wrong. I'll show you how to do it." She stopped, looked up at me and said these exact words. "You're a little bit too cocky, aren't you?" From that moment on, I didn't care what I needed to do. I just knew I had to keep going to those salsa lessons. And that's how I met Feri, like the boat. I've always had the nickname Pebble for Feri, but Pebble doesn't quite cut it for the rock that she has been in my life. She has been by my side through some very tough times and always had me smiling by the end of it. She knows me inside out and knows that I do not easily speak my emotions. So I want to take this opportunity to say how much she means to me, how much I love her, and thank her for all the times she has been there for me. Feri and I have been together for just over 9 years, so I could stand here and tell you a million other things about her, but I'm sure you're all just ready to get to the dancing. I will, however, tell you just one thing about Feri, and that's how proud I am of her for being such a dedicated person. Everything she sets her mind to, she achieves. Right from getting her degree in photography to putting up with me for all this time. I tried and tried to work out a clever way to say how beautiful Feri looks. Without saying that cheesy line, I'm sure you'll all agree. So instead, I'm just going to say, I don't care what anybody else thinks. You are stunning today and every day. I love you, Pebble. Feri, as I take you to be my wife,
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to honour and respect you.
to honour and respect you.
I will stand by you
I will stand by you
and be true to you always.
and be true to you always.
I will care for you. I will care for you.
I will care for you,
Oh, big deep breath, Chris. Laugh with you when you are happy
laugh with you when you are happy,
and comfort you when you are sad.
and comfort you when you are sad.
And whatever life may bring,
And whatever life may bring,
I will always love you.
I will always love you.
Perfect, Chris. And now, Feri. It's not easy. Chris, as I take you to be my husband,
Chris, as I take you to be my husband,
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to honour and respect you.
to honour and respect you.
I will stand by you
I will stand by you,
and be true to you always.
be true to you always.
I will care for you,
I will care for you,
laugh with you when you are happy,
laugh with you when you are happy,
and comfort you when you are sad.
comfort you when you are sad.
And whatever life may bring,
And whatever life may bring,
I will always love you. I will always love you.
I will always love you.
Feri, I give you this ring
Feri, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the promises
we
have made here today.
have made here today.
Well done, Chris. I'd like to give that to Feri now. Beautiful. And now Feri could have Chris's ring, please. Chris, I give you this ring
Chris, I give you this ring
as a token of our marriage
as a token of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
as a lasting reminder
of the promises we have made here today.
of the promises that we have made here today.
Well done, Feri. It's all yours. Give him the ring. As you both remain holding hands, I have the pleasure to tell you both that you have made those declarations as prescribed by law. You've made a solemn and binding contract before me, my colleague, the registrar, your witnesses, family and friends, all here with you today. This day is the start of a new life for you together, and we hope the feelings of love that you clearly have for each other will deepen and grow even stronger over many years to come. It now gives me very great pleasure in announcing you husband and wife.